Hello, my name is Ethan. I'm one of the co-founders of Mindsmith, and this is a demo of our product, Mindsmith. Today we'll be creating a lesson on a standard operating procedure that I just pulled from the internet that has to do with equipment safety in a food handling and hygiene context. So what we'll do first is click Create here, and we'll start with maybe a folder. So we'll call this folder Standard Operating Procedures and click Create. You can see here we can add collaborators so we can work in real time with our teammates. You just put in their email and you can work with them. What we'll do now is generate a lesson. We'll generate a topic from a topic, so the AI will actually do a lot of the generation for the outline of things. The topic that I'm interested in, like I said, is equipment handling in the context of food safety. So then I'll click Next, and here we can add any of the context that we have for our lesson. So I'm going to say, this is for new employees, use a personal upbeat tone, focus on narrative examples to explain concepts, and use real world examples. Then what we'll do is add a document, and this is one I pulled from the internet. It's a standard operating procedure for a hotel chain about safe food handling. Managing equipment is just one of the subtopics within that standard operating procedure. So now we'll click Next. Here it gives us some more options. You can see we can toggle between instruction and assessment mode. Today we'll do instruction. You can also change the AI model. We'll do GPT-4. This is available to our premium subscribers, our pro subscribers. And let's say I also want to affect the length a little bit. I want to make it a little bit longer of a training. So I'll make it 15 minutes, approximately six sections, approximately 15 minutes. I'll click Next, and then we'll generate the outline. Now that the outline is generated, you can see that we can kind of edit the outline and change it as much as we want. So it goes through all of these different subsections: proper washing, glove use, handling food, and storing food safely, emergency situations. So what we'll do is maybe I want to talk or edit what it gives here as the description for maintaining a clean, safe, and clean facility. So what I could do is say, using the story of a worker faced with a decision, maybe I'll say teach about policies and procedures to maintain the facility and equipment, ensuring the highest level of food safety for customers. So I can edit this as much as I want. Really, like, kind of the world is my oyster. I can be as creative as I want in adding stories, analogies, conversations between employees and customers. Anything that I want to put here to have the AI generate, I can put here in the description field. I can get really granular with my descriptions. So now we'll actually generate the course. So we click here, and we'll generate the lesson. Now that the lesson's generated, I'll click Open Lesson here. So you can see here, this is the lesson that Mindsmith's AI generated for me. It goes through each of those sections that I said. It generates quiz questions and teaching cards, and it goes all the way through the different things that we asked it to. Let's see if it created a story. So let's see. It talks about this girl named Jenny. She's working at a local restaurant, and we're going to follow her journey. So it goes through some of her different journeys in, maintaining a safe and clean facility. So you can see that the AI did a pretty good job at kind of working through some of these things. But let's say I don't love the story that it did. So let's say it talks about Jenny's success, and I say, I wish there was a little bit more content here. So then I can click the assistant. I can say, expand on this story a bit to make it longer. So I just want it to be a little bit more wordy and have a little bit more learner engagement. So then I click Next, confirm, and our assistant will edit that single card to change it to however I want to change it. So I can edit a single card. I can also ask it to regenerate a full section. So I can maybe change the tone of a full section or make a section more concise. And I can also change, target the entire lesson. So I can maybe change the tone of the entire lesson, or I can ask it to focus more on real world examples for the lesson. So there's a lot of opportunity here with the assistant to kind of fine tune the lesson as you are going along. Awesome. So you can see here that it generated quite a bit more text for this story about Jenny and gave us some other examples of content that we can choose from. So and then I can, of course, toggle before and after for that. I'll also show you within the assistant, if we target the full lesson, let's say for the lesson, we'll restart. I can also align to the source material a little bit better. I can improve coherence, or I can add stock images. So we can click add stock images and our AI will upload Creative Commons images for us. Sweet. So you can see here that it uploaded a bunch of stock images to each of these various cards that we gave it. And so let's say I like this image, I think it's perfect, but I don't want it to be aligned to the left. I can click here, image position, and I can maybe make it the full card. So I can kind of make it a background image if I want, and I can play with all the different imaging here within Mindsmith. We can also, of course, add different types of cards. So you can edit cards, edit these text cards that you have by adding images or editing the text. But let's say I want to embed a YouTube video that I filmed. I can say, okay, let's do multimedia, let's do embed, and then we can throw in the link to a YouTube video right here. So make it super easy to embed any content, or if I built interactive content in the past, I can embed it right here into Mindsmith. I can also upload a question card, of course, another text card, or a section divider. So let's take a look also at the quizzes. So here within the quizzes, I can toggle to select multiple, I can do conditional logic, and I can give feedback by option, so some granular feedback for you. Here in the share option, so I can enable sharing, and I can share via link, QR code, email, SMS, or LMS. So even within our free tier, you can export a SCORM file, and it's a dynamic SCORM file, meaning that as you change it here in Mindsmith, that it uploads automatically or updates automatically to your learning management system. So that's super fun and cool. So I would just download the SCORM 1.2 probably here and get all that taken care of. We'll also talk a little bit about theming. So I can change the themes. I can upload my own logo. Add logo here. I can change the font. I can upload my own font. I can change the colors of the lesson as well. And then finally, I can look at analytics. So you can see each of the questions, how many learners completed it, and you can see how they're performing on the individual questions. So that's basically what we are as Mindsmith. Thanks for tuning in, and this has been our demo.